Mr. Bob, what was your childhood like?
I was born in 1938, and the first place I remember living was in the old Sunnyland subdivision of Tallahassee, which is near the current senior center. It was an armory at that time, and they paraded soldiers out beside it. The National Guard was there. The Sealy School was practically out of town. I mean, it was a walk past almost no businesses from Sealy School back into downtown Tallahassee, and none of the stores were air conditioned. The only place you could go that was air conditioned at that time was the theater and the barbershop. And so a lot of people hung out in the barbershop because they found it to be pleasant to be in there while it was cool.
Mr. Bob, have you ever had a pet?
Oh my goodness, have we had pets. We've had lots and lots of pets over the years. We've had cats and dogs and of all sorts and varieties. We had a cat one time while I lived on Lake Talquin, the first time we lived on the lake, who would go down, he'd sit on the dock and eat until he would just fall over. When people would catch little fish, that were too little to keep for themselves, they'd give them to that cat and he would just gobble them up.
Mr. Bob, what activities do you enjoy doing?
I like to do artwork. I also like to fish and stuff like that. I don't do much of that anymore. But of late I've been doing what's called plein air painting, which is going on site. It's a French word, some sort. It's going on to a location and painting and getting a painting done in about 3 hours, which is a challenge for me because I've always been a studio painter, and when you got all day long to do your work. So I enjoy doing that. I'm going to be doing more of it.
Mr. Bob, what do you do at the Senior Center?
Calliope, at the Senior Center, I have taught classes there for about 11 years, oil painting classes and acrylic painting as well. I taught also have taught there an abstract art course. For 11 years, I was the chairperson of the Art Council, Advisory Council, and I currently participate as a student some now in the classes that I used to teach. At the Senior Center, I have students of all sorts. I've had young people as young as you on occasion when I taught at night, but most of them are older people, and a lot of them have never painted in their life. And so it is such a rewarding thing to me to see them have a visual experience and to come back to me maybe in class and say, I've been looking at trees lately, and I look at them completely different than I did before I started doing art classes. And so that gives me a thrill to hear them say that, and it also gives me a thrill to see them exhibit their work. I encourage them to exhibit their work, and so many of them do so well. I've got two students in their 90s that just do great work. So you never give up.
What advice would you give my generation?
Well, I can see already, Calliope, you have a positive attitude. That is what it takes in life, to be positive about things. Don't sweat the small things too much. You don't fret about them. That just makes you get old too soon. But study hard and find your things that you love most in life and try to make them be a go for you for the rest of that's find your niche.